Welcome to Nacho Fitness Coach,
the podcast where fitness is technically the topic, but let's be honest, we get distracted.
I'm Sarah, the fitness expert who actually understands this stuff.
And I'm Kaylee, the beginner who thinks Bulgarian split squats are a hate crime.
Every week, we break down fitness myths, call out internet nonsense, and try to make sense of the chaos,
while also going off on tangents, making bad jokes, and questioning our life choices.
If you're looking for expert advice with a side of whatever Kaylee does here,
or just need a podcast that makes you feel better about your own fitness journey,
you're in the right place.
All right, let's do this. Or, talk about doing this. So anyway, long story short, that's how I ended up in a Chuck E. Cheese parking lot in my undies at 2 a.m.
What? I don't even know how that relates to anything.
Well, we were talking before we went on air. I just wrap up the story.
Oh my goodness. I feel like these intros are kind of going downhill south fast.
Yeah. Well,
it's fine.
Like so many other things.
It's just par for the course.
My mental health.
Oh, it's like, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kaylee's just using this moment to just, I don't know.
Got to get it out.
Use it for some therapy.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So today,
what are we talking about?
Well, we're going to talk about some of the absurd things that you may or may not come across on social media, which we do actually kind of just love finding and picking out what we can find, what we can see people are saying, and most importantly, going through the comments, right. Really. I mean, because of course, everyone's got an opinion. And so there's one I found, which in season 6, we're in season 6, season 5. Season 5, I kind of brought up seeing this video that talked about, the comments that were trolling somebody's video about, consistent lifting for however many years. And people were telling me he wasn't lean enough. He hadn't done enough. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, are you even really going to the gym? And it's just how much social media has.
Where people like, bro, do you even lift?
Yeah. They're, and you're just like, he's like, we have such a warped sense of what it looks like to be a trained, just a healthy person, right? Social media has completely warped it. You think that somebody who's super lean, super shredded, that you're actually maintaining that 24/7, 365, right. Which you're not, just this warped sense of reality. But anyways, so that video re-popped up, which we'll play it later. But then he had a new one that kind of popped up that I thought was really interesting because, we'll just play it and then we'll talk about it. Maybe, does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
Drink that has no protein. This is why I stress how important it is to look at the ingredients over the macros. Macros says it has 26 grams of protein. Ingredients don't mention a single thing about protein.
This video has already been done by some really good names in the industry, but you, my followers, might not have seen this. He literally says the ingredients say nothing about protein. This is a Fairlife shake, not the exact one he was referencing. This actually has 4 more grams of protein. The first ingredient is filtered, low-fat, grade A milk. I wonder where the protein is coming from. Oh, I don't got protein now? Because it doesn't say protein. The most idiotic thing I have ever seen on social media might be that piece of content. Let me explain to you what happens with filtered milk. When they filtrate it, they concentrate the protein and calcium and basically get rid of over half the amount of sugar, leaving you with a very dense amount of protein, which is why regular Fairlife milk has 50% more protein. And these shakes in only 11 ounces can pack anywhere from 26 to 30 grams of protein in one drink. My friends, don't listen to people shouting stupid shit in grocery stores. Fairlife is just fine. If you enjoy it, drink them up. I'm telling you, I get dumber every time I open that app.
Has no protein.
And so, like, the kid in the stitched video, I sound like he's in like a grocery store. You can hear all the background noise.
That's the big thing right now. Go into grocery stores and talk about all the terrible.
And so, he opens up the refrigerator cabinet and pulls out, a shake or like the milk or whatever. And it's like, the ingredients don't say protein. Don't listen to the nutritional facts. Like, if it doesn't say I'm like, but that's a part of that ingredient.
Yeah.
It's a part of it. And
well,
so
I feel like he had the full confidence to just go and post that. I mean,
full confidence. Like, you guys are idiots. Why would you even think for a second?
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
If the ingredients don't say protein, bro, like there's just not any protein in it. And you're like, but do you not understand that like whey protein powder is a byproduct of that whole processing of like milk? Like they skim it off the top, they dehydrate it, and that's where
protein's not an ingredient.
It's not. It's a macronutrient. There's a difference, which is why it goes on the nutritional facts. But you're like, oh my gosh. But again, though, it's like if you are just getting started and where you started and you're going online and you're seeing this stuff,
protein in it.
You're like, okay, well, I guess I maybe shouldn't be drinking that because it's like no protein. Well, then what? And you
wonder where do you get protein? Because you're not going to find it in any ingredient.
Never. You don't find it on any ingredients list.
Chicken doesn't have protein in the ingredients.
Can't eat it. Guess it's not. You're like, well, then what do you do if those foods, they don't have nutritional labels on them because they're just the ingredient? And you're like, well, now what? What do I do now? I mean, it is wild. And it just, oh my goodness, there's so many things about social media that are amazing. And then you get this.
So
but
bad.
He's just funny because he's like, I am dumber after watching that.
Yeah.
Like, but again, if you don't know and then you're seeing it, then you're like,
that's like what we talked about when I kind of went on a little tangent about how like we're all adults, figure it out for yourself, like go learn. Well, it's like, how are you?
If your resource really does end up just being internet surfing, you're probably never going to get a straight answer, right? Because anything you can find, there's going to be somebody else that's conflicting it. I mean, it's hard to want to like cough up the money, but there is a lot of benefit of just finding somebody that you feel like you can work with and trust that can help guide you through this entire process, hiring a coach. It can look in a variety of different forms. It doesn't even have to be like one-on-one coaching. You know, you go to some of the people that like I follow, like Sohee Lee, for example. She's a great one. It just gives you like good middle of the road information. You know, she'll go through different bits of time where she'll have like really low cost monthly membership things to like her inner circle. Or, you know, sometimes people will throw like a little ebook at you. Like find a couple sources. You can go the low cost route. But just pick one and just trust them. Like, before you start trying to go a bunch, because you're going to find it's a wild, wild west. Out there for sure. But anyways, once
you get it figured out, you don't have to pay for it forever.
No, you don't have to pay for it forever, but it does definitely shortcut you. It gives you a chance to be like, okay, it helps you cut through the noise. It helps you cut through the noise. It gives you a little bit of a shortcut. So it really just kind of depends on what your budget looks like, what you think you could put towards it. Because there really are high quality people that do a variety of different pricing options to help shortcut that for you. It just kind of depends on what you want. But anyways, it was just, it'll help you cut through the noise. If you're really ready. If you're not really ready, that's okay too. Don't waste your money. You can start by kind of just being interested in some of this stuff. But just don't try to look for protein on a
and so is that like
list.
I know when we talked to Jody, I had asked about the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist, which dietitian is more like a medical. But would you say it's worth the money to pay for a nutritionist? Are you a nutritionist?
I mean, I don't know what my technical.
You have so many, you don't even know what you are anymore.
No, I mean, I know that I'm like precision nutrition level 2 coach certified.
Yeah.
But that is like, she kind of alluded to it. Like, it is a very gray area. Like it is, but it's not. But I'm like, so
if somebody wants to hire you, you're like, I don't know if I'm a nutritionist or not. I'm very upfront with you.
What I do know is that my curriculum that I went through to get my level 2, it is an approved curriculum to take the test to be a board certified health and wellness and nutrition coach.
Okay.
So the way I interpret that then is I'm like, well, if this is the curriculum to be able to take the test, then at first I was like, great, I'll just go take the test, right? Because I've already done all of the learning. And I would love to be able to say that I'm a board certified.
I know you would.
Health and wellness nutrition coach, just be able to put that. But I'm like, if that test then is that gold stamp, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go sign up and I'll go take the test. The problem to it is it wasn't approved as an official curriculum until like 2021 or something. And I did my program in like 2014. I think it's maybe time for a little quick ad break. Find our Nacho Fitness Coach page on Facebook with username Nacho Fit Coach, where you can like, follow, and share our content.
Okay, we're back.
So it was 7 years before their actual like approval of it as an applied, as a, approved curriculum. So I'm not eligible to take the exam to be board certified. But if I wanted to, I would have to pay like the $5,000 to go back and redo the entire course that I've already done and take another year. And I'm like, but I already paid that. I already did it. I already use all of the knowledge.
Sure.
That also seems kind of silly to like pay for a curriculum again just because it's past the like approved date to be able to go schedule and do like the $300 test to be board certified. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Though,
I mean, it is, how I love my credentials.
My titles. You need to move them over here and just start filling up your wall.
I do love my like little, but it, so it is hard because, but I've never been one that's ever written meal plans necessarily, because the way I define a meal plan is I'm literally telling you how much of exactly what you should be eating. I've always written my guidance out of just understanding your macronutrients. You have to understand what types of food are your protein sources, what types of food are your carbohydrate sources, and what types of food are your fats. And so I've never been one to write exact meal plans, if you will.
Once you know that, and if that's not hard information to like seek out.
No.
And once you know that, like you're off running, you're fine.
Right. And then like there are tried and true percentages of your total intake for the day that have been scientifically proven to help you achieve like certain goals, for example. So I would like a lot of times if somebody was wanting to do like body recompositioning, you want to decrease your overall body fat, build a little muscle, and just kind of try to like shift some things around through strength training. It's pretty common that they will say do like a 40-40-20 split in your macros. And so if you go to MyFitnessPal, you can type in your goals and they will give you like the percentages, right? So it is like, 40% of your total calories need to come from proteins, 40 need to come from fats, or 40 need to come from carbs, 20% from fats. And everyone would have like a slight different maybe tweak on like maybe it would be, 30 or 50, 30, 20 or whatever. They're 5 or 10% here or there with all of them to get to your 100. So I never wrote plans because I just felt like if you get that specific, I just feel like you're setting people up for failure because they're not learning as they're going. But just like MyFitnessPal, I'd be like, here are your kind of go-to standard most recommended protein sources. Here's your carb sources and here are your fat sources. And then if you take that 40-40-20 split based on your total current weight, here's your total current measurements. If you do that and just implement that simple percentage, and then if you take that percentage and say you're having 5 meals a day, then this could be your targets of like, about how many grams of protein you'd want to try to target and all those things. So that
so boring.
Is it? It's too many numbers. It's like numbers and it's just.
I just eat Gushers.
I just eat Gushers. Pound my protein shakes and pre-workout. It's fine. That's a balanced diet, right?
It's just so boring.
But there's strawberry flavored Gushers.
It's actually complicated.
It's not complicated at all.
I don't have the I'm just not. I don't want to say not interested. I don't know what it is. It sounds.
I mean, it's a whole nother thing when you start really trying to actually like understand true portions like that. And there's obviously a lot of different strategies you can use. A lot of people do default to like scale weight.
Yeah.
But then of course you get the two different camps of people that they're like, well, but is that pre-cooked weight or post-cooked weight?
Yeah.
because that changes the way, I mean, people can get really dialed in to like,
it's fun.
and sometimes it gets complicated.
I used my FitnessPal for a while, and it was like fun for a little while to like, because it's kind of like a fun little puzzle game, like trying to fit all your macros in. And
right. It is. You can gamify it a little bit.
You can a little bit. And it's just like, because you're like, oh, I need to get, X amount of fats in for the day still. Then you're like, so I'm going to eat this. You're like, oh, shoot, that's going to put me over on my protein. It's like, it's a pain in the ass, but it's fun for a short period of time. And then I lost interest and I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. And then you're like, this is just way too much. Yeah. So forget about it. I mean,
but the apps make it, I don't know, kind of easy to understand and kind of fun. They have colors and pictures.
Yeah. I mean, I think if anything, if you just put a dedicated focus on trying to increase your protein intake, that seems to be where most people are kind of under consuming anyways. So if you just put a focus on not only protein at like your meals, but including protein in your little shake or your little snacks too throughout the day, I think you're going to be well on your way of like going down a path, because if you're consuming the correct amount of protein, then you're not going to necessarily over consume on calories because your tummy's full and you're feeling that level of satiation that's not going to make you want to just binge on stuff. Your blood sugar is regulated. I mean, all that good stuff. But, anyway, so should we listen to his little rant here then about this physique video? So there's this guy, he posted this video. He said, this is my physique 14 years after lifting weights 5 days a week. And the dude is jacked. I mean, he's not like shredded, ready for stage, like, but is in your abdominals. That's where you're going to hold it if you're actually consuming correct amounts of food. I mean, he's a good looking dude. No, he's not stage ready, but you also have to remember the thing about any shots that you see from stage ready, like
he looks good.
They're not saying that lean year round. They're also water depleted, and that tan puts a huge emphasis on the different like nooks and crannies and crevices around your, like that tan. There's a reason why they put that dark tan on people, right? And those stage lights are like right on you.
Well, once you start getting a tanning and lighting, like it's game over.
Yeah, and good. You also
I could probably look decent right now,
right?
With like
for sure,
proper tan and lighting.
Well, and the thing you have to pay attention to, like if you're not actually watching the video of somebody walking on stage, but you're just watching their still shots of their poses. Those are also not anywhere close to the same, And so then you get this guy who's like, here, I lift 5 days a week and I've been doing it for 14 years and I'm consistent and I've got good proportions, like all of that. And here, let's just see how it goes. Okay. So I'm going to play it. Okay. So first he just does this, like, it's like a check-in video, right? I mean, he does this front, he kind of does a quarter turn in the back. Oh, what do we got going on here? We missed it. Why is it not audio?
I don't know.
What happened to here, we'll do it this way. Okay. Here we go. We'll do it through the microphone. So he's doing his quarter turns. Front, side, back.
I have a quick question.
Other side. I can't stop it now. Oh, yeah, I can. Hold on. Okay.
Alan's not in the room, but red means recording, right?
Yeah. Okay. We're good. Oh, yeah, I need to hit that. Okay.
What it looks like to have 14 years of consistent lifting as a natural lifter. The key word there is natural. He got absolutely torn apart in these comments section because in this day and age of lighting and filters and the perfect pump and performance enhancing drugs have completely skewed people's perception of what a great physique is. This is coming from a guy who has done loads
performance enhancing drugs, aka steroids, in my day, and I can tell you this much. We live in a very distorted reality of what is in good shape. That dude is in killer shape. That's also not right after the gym with a pump, with the perfect lighting. That was raw, real, just standing in his kitchen. Shame on you guys who left comments like this. Bro was doing something wrong. 2-pound weights don't count. I mean, you look good, but this is sad. You should have more definition. Bro, you must have been sleeping in the gym without working out, or you ignored the food. Did you actually try working out? Bro skipped all days. Big ol' waste of time. What the hell is the matter with you people? Oh my God. Props to you, bro. You look absolutely amazing. If you actually spend some time in the gym without steroids, you will see how incredibly hard it is to get jacked and stay in good shape year round. You guys are twisted. Keep killing it, bro.
He's so right. Oh, so Oh, it had like a little, there we go. We just missed the music at the front because he kind of did a little like during his turns. And
I don't know
so,
this gentleman, but he is a
No, that's crazy. I remember
He's a
seeing
great
that.
physique.
I came across that video at some point. That is wild. And you know, it's funny is like, if you clicked on the profiles of all those people commenting.
I think it's maybe time for a little quick ad break.
If you're enjoying our podcast, please subscribe and leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening. Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
Semi-private.
Right. That's actually like the best part. It's like, okay, you see who made the comment. You're like, I'm going to go check out your profile picture now, man. You're like, oh, well,
And it's just like the expectation that like, or that somebody posting online like owes you something, you know?
Right.
It's crazy.
We know this,
And
but
this is why I don't post my body online.
you know, I just feel like, you know, that for all of the good, with all the good with social media, and
There's
then
a lot
all
of
of a sudden
bad.
we've
There's a lot
got
of gross people
this
out
side of
there.
it, and you just are, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know what, the guy probably posted it because he was like, hey, this is what happens when you are.
It's reality.
It is reality, and it's a perfect example of he looks great. He looks healthy. You can tell he's got muscles under there. Like, is he super lean? No, but being that lean is not healthy. And nobody stays that lean year round. You go,
Right.
unless, I mean, steroids help a lot, right? I mean, so that's always the first thing you kind of have to look at. I feel like is you have to just say, I wonder if there's some performing enhancing drugs that are kind of helping out there, you know? And so but yeah, but it's the comments.
Just like what people feel entitled to
say. And you're like, but you know what? That's the thing. Like, he would never see that guy walking down the street, and not a single one of those people would ever have said that to his face.
No, absolutely not.
You know, or if they would have seen him in the gym crushing his workout, and they would never have said any
That
of
guy
that to
looks
his face.
good. He's a solid
I know.
9.5. Like, I'd take him home.
For sure. I mean, yeah, he's a fit guy. There's no like dad bod there. I think I'm here for that, you know? So
Yeah, I would say it's an above average, like for the average American, like
100
middle-aged 30s man. Like,
I mean,
most of you don't look that good.
hey, no, you do not. I hate to break it to you. And if you think you do, you probably need to just look in the mirror for a millisecond.
But who are we to judge, right?
This is a judge-free zone. You know what, though? But I would never... I have opinions. I'm never going to hide behind that. Like, I have thoughts and opinions, but, like, I've never taken them to social media.
I don't comment on strangers' shit ever.
I
Like,
only
it's
just
like,
do it when we turn on the
I
microphone
read it,
and
but
record
like,
it.
I am not. Who are these people that are out
I
there
know,
like
that's what I'm
commenting
saying.
on strangers' shit? Like, you have nothing better to do. Like, I look at it, I watch people's stuff, and
Yeah.
like, every
And then
once
move
in-
along.
Yeah, there's just no. I have nothing to add.
No?
Not that it's. I don't know. If you can't say something nice,
Don't say anything at all.
yeah,
We should go back to that, too.
keep scrolling.
Right.
We always say nice things, you and I.
Always. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I totally do. I mean...
I love how this whole
the time.
podcast is just you and I, just tooting our own damn horns, gassing ourselves up.
It's like, what's wrong with these other people? We're fine over here hanging out, just doing nothing.
We both needed it. That's all we're doing here, really.
Oh my goodness. But you know, it does. It just, I mean, the first video just goes to show you how do you know which way is up with any of it?
For sure.
And so just scroll on by, right? I mean, just use your head.
What did
common
people
sense.
do in the 90s? Like when this
They
wasn't
read
an
Arnold.
option.
They read Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yep. It's a big old like coffee table book,
Did he
and
do
it's like this big.
steroids?
Probably. I don't
know
think
for sure.
anyone did natural bodybuilding back in that day.
I'm gonna ask her.
I'm sure he did. I cannot imagine that it is rare to see a true male bodybuilder.
How do you spell?
Now there are some federations that are natural. They do drug test. So if that's important to you and you make sure you're competing against people that have not done it.
Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger has openly admitted to using anabolic steroids during his bodybuilding career. I mean, this kind of was a dumb question to ask because I feel like we all already knew the answer.
Yeah.
He used them in the 70s when they were legal and commonly used among competitive bodybuilders. He's since spoken about the risks and has advocated for natural training methods in modern bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So, I mean, that is just a distinction as the different federations have different rules and requirements around drug testing. So some of them I think still do. And then there's the natural ones, but I mean, it's also a money-making business too. So, but yeah, you know, if you do see people getting really big, really fast and or staying lean, super lean for extended periods of time, the chances are they're probably getting some help.
Yeah.
Right. Cause now don't get me wrong, it can be done natural. And there are people that I know that have done it naturally, but man, they are dialed in on like all levels of training and nutrition, like, and they do not miss.
Yeah.
Which it just depends on what you want for your life. I mean, I tend to prefer taco nights still. And, you know, a lot of times people don't incorporate that consistently into their.
So if you look like that, you're not having taco nights.
I mean, not very often, probably.
It's sad.
Depends on how it fits in your macros. Depends.
Probably not in my future.
No, I'm like, forget it. Well, and that's where like you look at it, you're like, you know, how often do you hear people say, I just want to lose this last 5 or 10 pounds. I just want to lose the last 5 or 10 pounds. And it's like, well, but are you willing to do what it takes to really lose that last 5? Or are you willing to give a little bit for like some insanity and some balanced life? You know, does that last 5 or 10 pounds really
right? And
what's going to make you happy?
Only do what it takes, because I've been living in that place of like, oh, these last 10 pounds, and I've been recently wondering like, where did I come up with the number of 130?
Right.
That's what I want to get to. I got to 140-ish. I got down to 133, which is not 130 yet. That was the lowest I got in the last couple of years. And then, you know, went back up to 140. That's where I've sat. And then the other day I'm like,
do I really want to do what it takes to get back down there and to go to 130?
Why wasn't my goal just 140? And then I could just be happy.
Or 133 and be like, I made it. What's up with those 3 pounds, man?
Like 140 is fine.
It's totally fine. Just be like, for sure.
I'm exactly where I wanted to be, but I don't think you'd ever get there because you always move the goal. I would have got to 140 then, I guess, instead.
Oh, huh. Or I will tell you, I mean, once you get to whatever you think your goal is, like you're still going to look in the mirror. And like, I still always would poke at like that fat pocket right under my belly button.
I don't like about 130.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like, I would be like, well, but if I bend my side just like this, like I still get kind of this roll like underneath my rib cage and my back. And it's like, I wasn't even standing up straight. It's like, I made it happen. Right. But like, well, there's still a roll there, you know? And so you hit that like magical number and I promise you, you will still find something that you pick yourself apart about. Right? I mean,
if I would have gotten to 130, then I would have said 120, which is insane for
sure.
5'7".
Right.
That's not healthy.
Well, and then you get there and you're like, you know, you're at that point, you're at your quote unquote goal. You find things that you're picking yourself apart about. And then like life changes. Maybe you're not at that goal anymore. You know, you have 10 extra pounds that come back on and you're sitting at what is a new, like manageable, healthy weight. And you find pictures that you have from 130. You're like, what was I poking out my belly for? It looks awesome. Well, I mean, because again, the way other people see you, the way a picture sees you is different, right? It's like an outer body experience because it's just like in your head, you will still find things to poke at.
Well, and I look back at after I had my first daughter and somehow I got down to 120. I really had no idea at the time.
Sure.
No idea.
Yeah.
I knew I had lost weight. People commented that I had, you know, you're getting super skinny. I really didn't know.
You're like, I'm just trying to survive here.
Yeah. I was just like, first couple years of motherhood, like I had no idea. And now I look back on those pictures and I'm like, oh my God.
That's what people saw.
Skeleton, which is just, I don't know. I don't know if that's body. You always hear body dysmorphia. I just was like, it wasn't on my radar.
Right. Yeah.
That's
it wasn't
not
like
to
you were
say,
trying to get there either.
And that's not to say I thought I was fat or anything. I think in a sense I knew, but you know, now being at 140, thinking about getting down to 120, I'm like, that's insane. That's a crazy weight. But
well, your body composition is totally different now though too. I mean, you've probably improved your lean muscle mass because you've actually started incorporating workouts that are strength training related. And And so
I wasn't doing shit then.
I mean, you might
chasing a toddler around.
Do you have like a pair of jeans or something that you used to wear back then?
No.
Around? No, because you purge everything.
I don't keep things.
I mean, because that's the true test.
I only have jeans that fit me right now.
That is the true test, I feel like, is, you know, like a good old jeans test or whatever. But because the scale weight doesn't tell you the whole picture.
No.
Because you can weigh more on the scale and physically be smaller if you're tighter.
Yep.
You know, and that also gets underestimated too a lot.
For sure.
Anyways, but I know the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yep.
Find what works for you. Don't see everything on social media and think it's accurate.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt and
try to apply some common sense.
Don't accidentally join a cult.
And
or do. I don't really care.
Either ways, you can do whatever you want to do. We're not going to comment on your picture when you announce that that's what you're doing. So, oh man, it's all good stuff. So, anyways, just be smart.
Be smart. Be good.
Be safe.
Be healthy.
Until next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to head over to our Instagram at Nacho Fitness Coach and let us know how you feel about the topic. Do you love it or hate it?
Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening. And if you like our podcast, leave us a rating. See you next time.
You've been listening to Euphony Innovatives Sonified.